Good morning to you. It's really, it's a beautiful day, at least where I am at this moment in time. When you look at this, who knows what will be happening. But it's move early, move often. And Wobbly Wednesday. I'm Blake Martin. I'm completely lost here. I was thinking about my towel. I've got a towel here, and we're gonna need our towels for one part of the exercise that we're doing. I'd like you to fold your towel so that it makes so it can be quite thick. So I'm folding mine so it's about this thick when everything's said and done. We're going to be using it for one of our exercises. So you may need to get your towel so that you can get things underway. What we're going to be doing today is we're looking at, so we talk a lot about core strength. You hear this all the time. People are on and on about it. And the core is not just the muscles of the abdomen. In fact, the muscles that a lot of times people think of as the core are not that important for core stability. Core stability really has to do with these little tiny muscles that are close to the spine, that are close to the skeleton, and they provide this measure of postural stability so that we can do gestural things with our limbs. So, and we tend to focus on the anterior muscles, the muscles in the front, when we do core stuff more than we focus on stuff at the back. Wanted to take a little time today and focus more on the back muscles. We're going to do a series of activities that are going to work on activating those muscles. And what I really want you to do is we're going to go slowly today, and I want you to be very conscious, take stock of the alignment of your torso. Where are you shifting? And we're trying to not be like stiff, but we are trying to be held. And so I want you to have this image that you're like a tube of toothpaste that is open on both ends, and you're being squeezed in the middle, so that there's this kind of embracing around your midsection. It kind of hollows in. It gets narrower and it hollows in. So have that sense that you're being held here, embraced and squeezed a little bit, and that you elongate top and bottom through your sacrum and your head. So let's grab our towels. We're going to get started right away. And we're just going to do 2 rounds of these exercises. I would say as a good form of prehab, so that you don't have to end up in rehab, that you want to do them more than 2 times, maybe 3 times, and 10 reps. But we're going to do 10 reps of these so that we have time to get in everything today. All right, so with your towel there, we're going to start. I'm just going to show you what we're going to do from the front. I'm going to be up on my towel like this, okay? My knees, I'm going to start with my knees level so that my left knee and my right knee are level. And then I'm going to lower my left knee down and raise it up. And this is very simple in some ways, but it's not so simple to maintain the stability. So let me just get your towel there, and I'm going to start, and we'll do it 5 times one side, 5 times the other side, all right? And we'll come back to this. So here, starting here, long spine, your back should be aligned, your knees should be under your hips, and lower, touch the floor, come up. Be very aware, how is the weight distributed? Lower, on your hands, and up. 3, and up. And feel that being held in the middle. 4, and up. Long, watch what's happening to your spine. 5, and up. So this is a full meal deal whole body combo, brain and body combo. I'm just going to switch directions so you can see what I'm doing. You don't have to turn around. You can just move your knees over. So I'm trying to be balanced on my hands. Other leg now. Lower. And up. 2. What's happening with your spine? And up. What's happening with your chin? 3. Just lower. And up. Really try to have this happen at the level of the hips. 4. And up so that you feel your hip shifting forward and back. And last time for this round and up. Okay. So this is, we're not kind of going crazy, but what we are doing is we're working with our muscles to activate them. Next exercise, we're going to do a variant on bird dog. So if you just have a look, we're going to reach out, arm and leg to the side, arm and leg back, and down. We'll do 5 each side, but what I want you to do is, I'm going to show you from behind. Sounds like the dishwasher's done. I'm going to reach out, and I don't want you wiggling your spine all over the place. I've got to stop my dishwasher. It'll keep beeping forever. I regret everything. You don't want your spine wiggling. We're trying to keep our spine aligned here. So bird dogs, 5 each side, aligned spine with the variant with our arms coming out. So starting, one leg, arm and leg to the side. Keep your spine long, back, down. Lots of control here. This isn't a get all breathless exercise. This is I've got to think carefully so that I have good motor control exercise. Opposite leg. How is your head and neck alignment? Arm and leg to the side, back. I'm kind of flopping all over the place here. Keeping my spine long and straight as I independently move my limbs. And down. It's 2 each side. Three. Switching legs again, and be aware of what's happening with your spine. Arm and leg to the side. Arm and leg to the side. Now we're at 4. Really lots of control here. You want your torso to be stable while your limbs move independently. 4. Last one. Back. Try not to hyperextend in your low back. This is a really hard thing in these. You don't want your belly to sag. Have that tube of toothpaste feeling. You squeezed out the ends and down. Okay, that's 5. Last exercise that we're going to do. We're going to do back bridges. And then we'll come back for round 2. So on your back, your feet are about shoulder width apart. The limitations here have to do with a lot of times with hip flexion. If you've got tight hip flexors, it can be very tough to do this. So what we're going to do is on our backs, we're going to bridge, pushing our pelvis up to the sky. If you have real mobility issues here, you can open your knees a little bit and it will allow you to go a little bit higher. Try not to push down with my hands, and then, but I'm just, my hands are out there for stability. I'm going to march. 1, right, Try to keep your hips up. 3. Yeah, that's 3. Hanging out. 4. Keep your spine stable. 5. Slow marching. 6. Are you wobbling all over the place in your low back? 7. Yeah, my hip really sagged there. Got to try to keep it up. Keep breathing. 8. 9. 10. All right. Lower your hips down. Bring your towel back. Round 2. So we're going to do these lumbar multifidus stabilizing activations. That's a lot of syllables. So knee on the towel and lower the opposite knee, but stay completely stable through the torso. Your neck is long. Watch that your chin isn't geeking forward. 2. Lower. Really, the hip is going down, but the rest of the spine is staying still. That's 3. Drop it again. 4. And lower it down. Back up. 5. Switch knees. Coming to the other side. I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm up to. And other side. Lower your knee. Whoa, my torso was all over the place there. What's happening with your chin? Lowering your knee and raising. Feel like you're that tube of toothpaste being squeezed. 3. Held through the middle. Hollow. 4. 5. All right. Bird dogs. Left and right. All of my objects are too close. So coming into our hands and knees. Get your spine nicely aligned. Your chin should be tucked. And your ears should be in line with your shoulders. Your shoulders should be over top of your wrists. Opposite hand and leg reaching away. Arm and leg to the side. And back. Be very stable. Here. Opposite leg. An arm. To the leg, to the side. Back. Watch that you aren't lifting your hip up toward your ear when your leg is coming to the side. Keep your hip low. You want your spine to be stable. Opposite leg. Down. I have no idea what number I'm on. 3. According to my fabulous wife. Going 4. Back. Oh, and pay attention what's happening with your chin. Don't hyperextend in your low back when you lift your leg. Be very flat in your abdomen. Feel long. Last one. This is all about control. All about control. Bringing the knee down. Opposite leg and hand out to the side. turning back. Watch your spine. Is it aligned? And down. Right? And then we'll do our bridges one last time. On your back, your feet are about shoulder width apart and a little distance from your hip, maybe about 35 centimeters a foot, whatever you call that these days, whatever the kids are calling that. Your arms are resting on the ground but not pressing. Resting but not pressing. So try not to press on the ground. And lift your hips. And now we're going to march. Try to keep your hips up. Lift your foot as high as your opposite knee. 1. Stay stable. Don't wobble through your torso. 2. Lots of control. Lots of control. 3. He said as he wobbled. Keep your hips up. 4. He reminded himself to keep his hips up. 5. Try to make that transition from foot to foot very, very smooth. 6. Keep your hips up. 7. Arms are light on the floor. 8. 9. Hips up, long spine. 10. All right. Lower yourself down. And let's flip over onto our hands. Push back into almost not quite a child's pose. And just rock your hips a little bit from side to side. Come to your hands and knees. We're going to do a couple rounds of cat-cow, so allow your spine to hyperextend as you look slightly upward. And then round your back like a cat. Meow. Arching your back. And then upward again. I'm not sure. This is one of those, I think, very sad cows that has the sway back and then rounding your back like a cat who has been frightened. The stereotypical Halloween cat, I think, is what we're thinking here. And then upward. And if you can make your fur jaggedy and black, then that's a bonus. And rounding your back. All right. So took a little bit of time today to just focus on the muscles of the back. If you don't do that much, you may feel this a little bit tomorrow. Be sure to be gentle with yourself and to do just some very, very gentle stretching. Hanging on a doorknob, hanging away from a doorknob can be that kind of nice, gentle stretch that can be relieving for that. Really important that we activate these little muscles up the core so that they provide a stable base for all the kind of crazy and cool things that we want to do with our bodies. Our limbs should be able to move independently of our torsos, and having good core strength and good core stability is part of that. We need to activate those muscles. Sometimes they're there. They just need a little more connections with the brain that is trying to tell them what to do. And so we have to enhance those neuromuscular connections. And that's what we focused on today. We've moved early. I hope you remembered to move often, and I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll see you back here again tomorrow for Throwdown Thursday. Take care.